Hello, it's Dr. Rhonda Johnson. Today is Monday, March 29th, 2021, and today I'm talking about vaccine passports. Are you ready, folks? Vaccine passports, what they are is basically verification saying that you've gotten a COVID-19 immunization. Now, there are at least 30 different countries now that are in the midst of launching these vaccine passports, including countries like Saudi Arabia, 27 countries in the European Union, Australia, and China has rolled out a digital passport for international travel. You know, the tourism industry is really behind this because they have over $1 trillion in financial losses due to this COVID-19 pandemic. Even small countries like Israel, who rolled out their COVID-19 vaccination program quicker than any other country, they've already created what they're calling a green pass that gives special access and privileges to its vaccinated citizens. So what's going on here in the United States? Well, New York State, a state that was very hard hit with COVID-19, as we remember, they've been working with IBM to launch a vaccine passport, which will take effect this Friday. New Yorkers will be able to download an app, put in their date of birth and their address and some personal health information, and get a code which they can use on their cell phone that proves that they've been vaccinated against COVID-19 and also that they've recently tested negative for the virus. This is the first in this country. It's being called the Excelsior Pass. It's going to be used in venues such as Madison Square Garden and arts and entertainment venues across the state. So other states are looking at doing the same, such as Hawaii. Now, because there's so much interest, there's over 17 different companies that are launching initiatives. Some big digital tech companies such as Microsoft, Salesforce, and Oracle are working together on a digital COVID-19 vaccination record. They're calling themselves the Vaccination Credential Initiative. So now the federal government under the Biden administration is trying to coordinate all of these vaccine passport efforts so that there's user interoperability and we won't end up with a big mess trying to have all these different digital interfaces for these vaccine passports. So folks, it looks like vaccinations may become mandatory for global travel, maybe some even domestic travel. And some workplaces, particularly hard-hit workplaces, are investigating whether or not legally they can make COVID-19 vaccination mandatory. Certainly you've heard about colleges that are going to make COVID-19 vaccination mandatory for students who want to return to campus this fall. Not everybody's happy about this. Legislation has already been introduced in Montana and Iowa to ban what they're calling discrimination based upon vaccination status or enrollment in schools. Now, there's some problems with this, of course, because some countries, wealthy countries, have access and have stockpiles of COVID-19 vaccine supplies, where some low-income countries don't even have enough vaccine to vaccinate their frontline healthcare workers. And in many communities, particularly Black and brown communities, access to the COVID-19 vaccines haven't exactly been equitable, with Black and brown Americans receiving COVID-19 vaccinations at half the rate of white Americans. Now, lastly, for these folks who you've seen them all I've seen them on social media, people posting their vaccination cards that say they've been vaccinated on their social media sites. You may want to consider taking those down as soon as possible because you're posting now vital information which can be hijacked and used for fraudulent purposes. You need to think about your vaccine passport as part of your identity now. And this is going to become really important personal information soon, and you don't want your vaccine passport identity compromised. So I know this is something that everybody's going to have an opinion on. I, you know, I have foreseen this coming. Stay tuned. If you're on the fence about getting vaccinated, maybe this will help change your mind toward getting vaccination. I have a friend that says, fear not the vaccine, fear the virus. Again, we have a long way to go in terms of getting this pandemic under control. And COVID-19 vaccination is part of a prevention strategy. Well, that's my opinion. These views are my own. As always, stay safe, folks. Take care of yourself. Don't let your guard down. And always have a blessed day.